What is going on, everybody? What is going on? The Catch fam, hope you guys are doing phenomenal tonight, man. Hope you guys have all had a great Tuesday, and welcome to our first episode of I Suck at Dynasty Fantasy Football. I'm so excited to start this series with you guys. For those of you guys who don't know, I know a lot of the Catch fam out there, a lot of our subscriber base is already familiar with what this series is going to entail. But for those of you guys who do not know, I have never played in a Dynasty Fantasy Football League before. I understand the basics of Dynasty Fantasy Football. I understand, the general idea behind it. I've been able to give decent Dynasty advice to those of you who do play in Dynasty Fantasy Football. But here at the Catch Fantasy Football, we have always primarily been a redraft fantasy football advice channel. We've helped tons of you guys get to the fantasy playoffs, tons of you guys win second or third place, and tons of you guys win your fantasy championships. And what I am trying to do is take my fantasy football knowledge to the next level and start my Dynasty Fantasy Football journey. So this is going to be me literally starting from the bottom of the barrel, having no experience ever. I mean, I've played redraft fantasy football my entire life since the 5th grade, essentially. So this is me, trying to garner more overall fantasy knowledge and be able to give concrete fantasy football advice on Dynasty Fantasy Football. So this is going to be a ton of fun. We are literally, like I said, starting from nothing here. So the first league is essentially already filled. For those of you who are wanting to play in the Dynasty leagues I'm throwing together this year, the first requirement is that you have to be a YouTube member, not a YouTube subscriber. It's more than just being subscribed to the channel. You have to become a YouTube member, which is $5 a month. I'm trying to give more merit to our YouTube members as well as the YouTube membership overall. So the very first thing to make you eligible is that you become a YouTube member. All you have to do is hit that join button down below, or the link is in the description down below, or there's a way you can even do it within the chat as well. So everyone who's in League 1 is either already one of our YouTube members or I have given them the invite, and I am trusting that they are going to sign up. And those of you who I kind of gave the pass to kind of already come into the league without being a member, you guys have been part of the community for a long time. I know you on some sort of level, and I'm trusting you, so I know that you guys will sign up for the membership as well. But the only person who does not have to become a member is Senior Cinnabon, and the reason, just to be clear with everyone, is because Cinnabon took over our Discord and made it what it is today, and he never asked for anything from me for doing that. This is my payback to Senior Cinnabon. If he ever wants to become a YouTube member, he can, but he literally runs our Discord, guys, and like I said, he has never asked me for anything. He just did that out of the kindness of his own heart. So I gave him a pass, and it is what it is. Everyone else, YouTube membership is what makes you eligible to join the Dynasty League. On top of that, I would just hop on Discord. We have a thread for the Dynasty football content, as well as where you guys can put your name out there. If you want to join, then I'll DM you with details as well. So league number 1 has one spot open at the moment. I think Heavy CMC is going to take it. If he does not, let me know if you become a YouTube member, and if you're on Discord, I'll let you know and you guys can join it. If not, we will have a second league available as well. So what I want to do for tonight's stream is going to be a very, these streams are going to be super interactive. I want to learn from you guys. I want your guys' ideas. I want your guys' thoughts. I want your guys' knowledge on Dynasty Fantasy Football. And what this is going to be over an extended period of time leading up to our draft. We are just going to learn a lot and talk about Dynasty Fantasy leading up to our drafts, right? So this is going to be fun. It's going to be interactive. I'm super excited for it, and this is definitely something where I want you guys to feel like this is a collaborative effort overall. So what I thought we'd do tonight is kind of just take a look at League One and see what the format is going to potentially be for, the league as a whole. And then we're going to take a look at some rookie highlights, and I'm just going to kind of play it by ear for tonight's stream. And like I said, kind of let you guys maybe shape some of the end of the stream as well. I'm probably going to stream for about an hour and 15 minutes. So we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to talk some fantasy football. Hit that like button on the way in. Hit that subscribe button. Of course, if you're new to the channel, and hop in the live chat. Let me know what's popping. Let's get into it. Let's start our first episode of I Suck at Dynasty Fantasy Football. All right. We got Talks in the house. We got Spencer in the house. We got Smokey in the house. What's going on, everyone? Good to see you guys. Thomas, what's going on? Excited to have you in the league with us, man. Michael, what's going on, bro? Yeah, announcements. For those of you guys who missed it, announcements for the Dynasty League have been on Discord for a couple, let's see here. About 5 days. I made the official announcement on Discord. So, and we had some prior announcements leading up to that as well. So, like I said, there's going to be a second league. The first league is already essentially full. But yeah, I want as many of you guys who want to be in this to be in it. But like I said, I'm trying to give merit to the YouTube membership. So it's $5 a month. You have to be a YouTube member to be eligible for the Dynasty League. And I didn't mention this before, but there will be exclusive redraft fantasy football leagues for those of you guys who are YouTube members as well. So it's not, if you want to be in the Dynasty League and you're a YouTube member, perfect. If you don't want to be and you are a YouTube member, there's still going to be exclusive fantasy leagues for YouTube members down the road as well. Good to see you, Michael. What's up, bro? What's up, Godfather? Good to have you. What's up? What's up? What's up, Spence? I'm just going to let that be in the chat. Spencer, congrats on being a YouTube member for 6 months. One of our very first members here at the channel. Half a year, bro. Half a year. Putting that Steven emoji to good use. All right, guys. Hop in the live chat. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Let me know what you guys are excited about if you're in the Dynasty League. And we're just going to kind of play this by ear. It's going to be fun tonight. So, all right. Here are the roster settings, just set by sleeper for Dynasty Leagues, okay? So I'm trying to figure out the best way to pull this up. Okay. Let me just make sure yeah, we're good. All right, so 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, 2 flex positions. I saw some of you guys on Discord already saying that you wanted 2 flex, and we're going to roll with 2 flex positions because that is what Sleeper had as the preset as well. So we've got a kicker and a defense in here as well. I don't really see any reason to not have a kicker or defense. Maybe a defense we could exclude, but why not? Why not just roll with the defense on a yearly basis as well? And kickers could get interesting from a dynasty standpoint as well. Spencer says 2 flex for sure if it's a 10-man. Yeah, so the way things are looking is this is a 12-team league, and League 2 will also be a 12-team. Well, League 2 might end up being 10 teams, but we had enough people who wanted to be in the first league that I just made it a 12-teamer. So, Talk says my other league isn't doing kicker defense. Spencer says we could go IDP instead of defense for 1 player. Talk says I wouldn't mind having one that has both and one without. That's fair. Yeah, and Spence and everyone in the chat, just throw out your ideas, man. Like I said, this is collaborative. This is a community-based thing, so there's no right or wrong answers to any ideas that you guys have. What's up, J-Dubs? What's up, Senior Cinnabone? Good to see you guys. Hope you guys are doing great tonight, man. Appreciate you guys coming out tonight. So, at the moment, we've got kicker and defense in here. We'll leave it for the time being. We could discuss going IDP for 1 spot as well. But yeah, before I make any final decisions, I will be putting these, if there are things like you guys are already talking about tight end premium, I'm not against that necessarily. I'm going to put all these things up to a poll within these sleeper leagues as well. And then you guys can kind of, I'll let the leagues decide. I'm game for anything, outside of like planning for when we're going to draft and like maybe, some of the stuff that commissioners should decide overall. I'm really going to let you guys take this over and be, like I said, it's a community-based league at the end of the day. I wasn't planning on doing Superflex. I was planning on just making it two regular flex spots. But we could consider maybe a different league that has Superflex. But I think I would prefer to do just a regular flex league. So let me know what you guys think. I do kind of agree with Talks, like for a first-year Dynasty league, going Superflex could really decimate the quarterback market that's already going to be decimated within the draft. So, but like I said, I'll put everything up to a vote. If there's, even if there's just one of you guys who's really set on one roster setting, we'll put it to a vote, and we'll let you guys speak. So, Godfather says, I don't like 6 points for quarterback touchdown passes. And see, that was the one thing I did for the Catch Fam League. Rushing and passing touchdowns were 6 points for quarterbacks. So I usually do roll with that, but that could be something that I let you guys decide as well. So it looks like I need to make like notes on a... I'm just going to do it on my phone. I'm going to make notes. I'm going to make a running note page on things that you guys are bringing up. Okay. Let's see. I suck at Dynasty Fantasy Football. Okay, so we've got tight end premium. Superflex, question mark. We've got QB, passing, TD, points. All right, let me see. I think that's just about it. Talks did ask, I didn't mean to skip over this, do you have any ideas for the rookie draft order? I did not yet. What are your guys' thoughts there? I'll add that to the list. Rookie draft order. Okay, Doug, let me catch back up here. So most of you guys saying no to Superflex. Spencer says, I definitely like 6 points for tight end. I don't care about quarterback. Talk says I usually like 4 for passing touchdown, 6 for rushing and receiving. Godfather says rushing and catching, 6 points for QBs. Hey, I'm using my phone. We're good, J-Dubs. Full PPR. Yeah, I always roll full PPR. Let me just make sure that's set up. Yeah, it's I run full PPR. There's no way I'm running half PPR. All right, let's see. 3 receivers might... I want to start with 2 receivers and 2 flexes. I'm good with... this draft's going to take forever already, isn't it? I'm okay with tight end premium, but we'll put that to a vote just to be sure. What's up, Derek in the building? What's up, bro? Rookie draft order should be the reverse of the random draft order. That would be interesting. Talks. My other league would decide the order by drafting kickers. So if someone took a kicker in the second to get 1.1 and every kicker decides who gets each pick. That is interesting. It would be a lot of work for... Hey, I appreciate you saying that, Talks. It would be a lot of work. What's up, Shane? Superflex, I don't think we're going to roll Superflex. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out. I got to throw together League 2 already. Yeah, 2 to 3 hours. Draft timer 2 minutes. Dude, that's going to be like the longest stream of the year. But I'm down. Yeah, it won't be 30 seconds. It won't be 30. I mean, we never actually, when we do real drafts, we never do 30 seconds. Reverse draft order sounds like an idea for sure. Shane, I know I was kind of getting everything planned, and then I did send you a DM on Discord as soon as I put the thread together for the Dynasty content. But we'll have more than one league. I'm going to run a second league. So once I get that thrown together, I can send you an invite for that and make sure that you're in the second league, my dude. I'm good with 2 minutes. Third round reversal. Spence, I think a way to randomize it would be spinning a wheel with everyone's names on stream that lands on someone they picked the spot. We could do that. We could do that for sure. What's tight end premium? So in tight end premium, as Spence or as Tox is saying, tight end premium means the tight end gets more points per catch than wide receivers, running backs. Exactly. What's super flex? Super flex means that you can play a quarterback in the flex spot. You can play a receiver, running back, tight end, or quarterback. So generally speaking, in super flex leagues, you're drafting more quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are being drafted earlier. And, yeah, you're probably starting a quarterback in the flex spot because they're on a weekly basis going to guarantee you 15, 20, 25, 30 points, right? 2 flex spots. So that's just referring to, on our roster settings, quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, tight end. That these are just 2 regular flex spots where you can play a receiver, running back, or tight end. So that's all that is. That's probably the simplest one out of the 3. We'll help you out, bro. Be good. The rookie draft and the startup draft will be 2 separate drafts, Thomas. 2 separate drafts. That's the way I wanted to do it. So we'll do a startup draft. Do that before the NFL draft takes place, and then we'll do a rookie draft after each rookie has been drafted to their respective teams. All right, let's see. We might be able to speed up the draft later on. That's a good point, Tox. Use a random name generator in place for names for the rookie draft order. That's an idea, too. I guess it is harder to draft it in the draft. That's a good point, Spence. How many bench spots? We have 10 bench spots at the moment. 10 bench spots, 3 spots for the taxi squad. Tox, or someone else who's played Dynasty before, give us a basic explanation of what the taxi squad is for Dynasty. Shane says, I would do Superflex because it makes rookie quarterbacks in the rookie draft worth it. That's an interesting point for sure. That's something to think about. Maybe we could end up putting that to vote in the second league as well. Be interesting to have one league that's not Superflex, one that is. So I'm not totally against it. Tox, don't get angry. Don't get angry. I would also use kickers to draft the 2023 rookies. Yeah. So I know a lot of people do that. And we will be running some mock drafts in the coming weeks as well. So just for any of you guys out there who are feeling maybe like, oh gosh, this is a lot at once, I haven't done this before, all that stuff, we're going to flesh this out little by little. So we're going to get it all figured out. Everyone's going to be prepared. It's going to be a lot of fun, so don't worry too much. Derek, how does Dynasty work? I've never played before. So, and anyone can come into the chat and let me know your guys' thoughts as well while we go through this, right? So, essentially, Derek, we're going to draft a startup team right? And then after the NFL draft, we're going to do an all-rookie draft as well. Those are going to make up your respective team. Once you draft that team this year, that's your team. Okay? Then each year, we're going to do a rookie draft. So you keep whatever team you draft this year in the startup draft, as well as the rookie draft, right? And then just on a yearly basis, like that's the thing about this Dynasty League is like, you know, everyone who has come through and wanted to be a part of it, I know you guys by this point, and I trust you guys, but this is a long-term league. Like, this league is going to go as long as we want it to go. Like, this can go 10 years if we wanted to. This is why Dynasty gets so intense, because it's a forever league, you know? So that's why I'm also at the very beginning trying to be very, like, open-minded to what you guys want as well. But, yeah, Derek, just on a yearly basis, you're drafting rookies, you're adding them to your squad, and, you know, it's just how it goes. So that's like on the most basic level an explanation of Dynasty. So IR spots, we should have IR spots. Let me see. Maybe we don't. I don't know why we wouldn't though. Maybe that just ties into your bench spots. We'll figure that out. But I would assume we would have. Interesting. We'll figure that out, Godfather. Alright, so let's see. Okay, hold on. Let me catch back up. Taxi squad is like a practice squad. Tom says taxi. I think you pick a certain amount of players as taxi. Players don't affect your normal squad, but you can pull them up whenever, but you gotta drop someone, something like that. Sounds about right. Yeah, I would like to have an IR spot as well, but it might just be that it kind of sets it to no IR because of the extra bench spots. But we'll take a look, Godfather. Basically putting young guys who won't contribute year one on your practice squad. Makes sense. Spencer, I like the 3 taxis because it gives rookies value. Talks, I can be there for about 3 years without taking up a real roster spot. Trade talks will definitely be spicy. Yeah, I just picked the normal Dynasty settings from Sleeper Spencer. So 10 bench spots, 3 for taxi. Looks pretty good. I know you'll be here long term, Derek, for sure. Derek says, this is my home. I love it. Spencer already trading out the draft picks. Let's go. Alright, let's see. I'm just trying to get caught up here. Shane says, taxis for rookies to develop can be there for up to a year or 2 depending on settings. Once they come out, they can't go back in. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Spencer, I think we just need one more person in this league. And it's Heavy CMC has the invite. I'm just waiting for him to accept it. I'm okay with you guys trading draft picks. But Derek is right. That is how Spencer... I mean, I don't know. Spencer started off in the Catch family not so well, then came back, so... it is a 12-man league, Spence. It's 12. We have 11 people in here right now. Okay, I'm caught back up. So, okay, I've got, if there's anything else that you guys think needs to be added to the list, just let me know. And I'll just kind of keep a running list. I think this was a good start. I mean, we can go through the league settings. Rolling waivers is usually what I roll with. No pun intended. Yeah, these are all just like the trade deadlines through the 11th week. Playoffs start week 15. 6 playoff teams. Yeah, this is all I usually do run the consolation bracket over the toilet bowl because on Sleeper, the toilet bowl is where the losing team wins each round, and that can just get like where people start dropping players. Oh, here's IR. 2 IR spots. Let's do it. You guys hate my IR settings. Oh, we can... It doesn't even let me change... Oh, yeah, it does. I don't think players even get, like, COVID designations anymore, but we'll leave that on. Suspended out, NA, holdout, opt-out, doubtful. Nope. Sorry. Don't hate me. Derek. Can we change the IR setting? Alright, I'm gonna leave this for now. I'm gonna leave this for now. I'm gonna put it up to a vote. Because some people there's different stances on that. So I'll add that to the list. IR spot settings. I know Derek did last year. Derek, gosh, who got hurt for you at the beginning of the year that Sleeper took like 2 days to put on IR? Who was it? I'm trying so hard to remember. Anyways, Derek got the crap end of the stick last year when it came to my IR settings, so. Elijah Mitchell, thank you. I didn't forget about it. Damn, everyone remembered except for me. Allow draft trick... Wow, I can't talk tonight. Allow draft pick trading, yes. Prevent bench players from being dropped after game starts. I think that setting needs to be put on. Spencer. All right. What does it mean by supplemental draft rounds? Spencer. I didn't realize that was a setting I had to change. I'm so happy I found that so that doesn't happen in the future. Supplemental draft rounds? I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. I'm going to Google this, and it's probably not going to help me or anything. Okay, so that's for the rookie draft. That's for the rookie draft, I believe. I'm going to come back to this one. I think supplemental means rookie. Let's see. Thomas, I'm hoping this will be like when the first time I ever played Fantasy. I thought it was going to be way too much, but when it came around, you'll be fine, man. Be fine. All right, let's see here. Ooh, allow non-rookies for taxi. That's off. I think I'm going to leave that off. Okay, taxi squad years experience limit. You know, I'm just going to add taxi squad settings to the list, and we can kind of revisit. You know, nothing's set in stone tonight. Taxi squad settings. I do feel like... I feel like 2 years is fair. 4 years would be kind of crazy. Yeah, I think going past 2 years defeats the purpose. I think 2 years is fair. But we can always bring that to a vote, I guess. All right, Texas Squad deadline, start a regular season is what it has it set to. I think that's fair. I don't want to... Hey, commissioner must keep track. I don't need that on my plate. I'm going to leave it as start of regular season. Yeah. There's me and the baby. Alright. So we don't need to mess with this. We don't need to touch scoring settings right now. I'm not setting a draft time yet. And we need heavy CMC to join before I set the draft order. Do we have any idea when the startup will be? Well, yeah, we're going to drag it out a bit. We're going to drag it out a bit. So, I need to look this up again. When is the NFL draft? April? April 27th. So February, we've got the Super Bowl on the 12th. Then my time off, escape from streaming for a couple weeks will be after the Super Bowl into the beginning of March. I mean, I'm going to be running this stream once a week. Probably playing Madden once a week and mock drafting once or twice with you guys each week, but I'm going to be taking like 2 or 3 days off a week, and I know I'm going out of town with the wife the weekend of the 10th in March. So let's look past that. We could probably do... Do you guys feel like we should do the startup draft like the week before the NFL draft? And then do the rookie draft like a week after? Or the weekend of? Because the draft is on the 27th. Because that would be putting us drafting like the week of April 16th or the weekend of like the 22nd, 23rd. And then let's say we do the startup draft the weekend of the 22nd, 23rd. And then the NFL draft is that week, 26th, 27th, 28th, I think. I literally just read it and already forgot. Then we could do the rookie draft the following week, the first week of May. So let me type all that out. And that's just an open time frame. I see Derek saying I'm on vacation that weekend. Well, then we could try and do it. We could try and do it like just that week. You know what I'm saying? Before you're on vacation. We'll figure something out. I'm just gonna put May for the startup draft. We'll figure it out. I'll make it work for everyone. Rookie draft. Oh wait, did I just say... No, the rookie draft will be in May. Startup draft will be April sometime. I think that'll give us enough time to get acquainted with everything. Oh, that's right, Shane. Then I got a plan for the second league too. Thomas, I'll give you guys plenty of heads up as well. For sure. We'll make it work one way or another. There's always someone who has to make a sacrifice. We'll figure it out. I promise. Okie doke. Talks will make the sacrifice. Let's go. All right, let me just run through everything else. Have a good night, Cinnabon. Thanks for hanging out, bro. Shane, I did send the final invite out for League One, so I'm just waiting for it to get filled. And I'm sure that it will get filled, so... but don't worry, man. We'll get you in the second league for sure. I mean, if anything falls through, I'll let you know. You can be in the first league, but... I've already sent the invite out, so I just want to take it away from Heavy CMC. All right, no divisions. Nothing to do here. Nothing to do here. Nothing to do here. Nothing to do there. Oh, dude, I thought I put a logo on here. I saw Texas A&M on the other. I was totally confused. Dude, I'm a Gibbs fan. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like rookie running backs that are like the Kamara or like Cook. Like I was a big James Cook guy, even though he didn't have a lot of production this past year. Like, I get excited about them. Dude, Gibbs is on my list right now. Just putting that out there. All right, so who did we have next up on the list? I was kind of... we'll just go through whoever. All right, I've got a couple players pulled up, so we'll just kind of go through these players, and then if it was one of the players you guys wanted to see, then obviously we saw them. If it's not, we can pull up your guys' players as well. All right, we got Quentin Johnson out of TCU. Wow. I mean, that was kind of awful coverage. I mean, he could have thrown either receiver. I mean, Hayes kind of had... Yeah. Never mind. I know who Hayes is. The other corner there played all right there. Yo, if this is a score right here... Is this really a score? Wow. It's not. Big pickup, though, for sure. Albert, I do have Mayer pulled up as well. Way to come back to the football there, too. Really good breakaway speed out of Johnson, for sure. J-Dub says, Quentin Johnson would be nice if he lands in Houston with Mechie. Yeah, I like what I'm seeing out of this footage, for sure. For sure. Yeah, Giants definitely going to be a team going for a receiver this year. So some of these top receivers that we're looking at are definitely guys that may end up with the Giants. Yeah, I'm a Johnson fan for sure. Let's keep looking at receivers. So JSN, I know, is definitely a player that a lot of you guys have a lot of love for. Obviously, one of the top prospects coming in this year as well out of Ohio State. That was like the most underwhelming, like... Oh, this is just versus Utah. Okay, we don't want that. Have a good night, Godfather. Thanks for hanging out, bro. J-Dub says Josh Downs, my sleeper. I've got Josh Downs up here as well. Oh, I forgot college. You only need 1 foot in. So, I mean, JSN's probably going to be the #1 receiver taken off the board, right? Yo, these edits are kind of crazy, though. Wow. Shane's saying he's a big body receiver. Spencer says no, so I guess I'm wrong there. I mean, I guess it all depends where they end up as well, since we're doing our rookie draft after. Quentin Addison or Jason could all go number 1. That's fair. Let's look at Addison then. I like shout out to, oh gosh, what am I doing? Okay. I like this guy's videos. Just Bombs Productions. There we go. That's kind of not the best footage right here, but I will. All right, so Addison, nice play on the ball there. Good breakaway speed too. Is that Kenny Pickett? This is gonna be my biggest disadvantage, is that I just have not watched any college football. So like, I'm so behind anyone who does watch college football. J-Dub says Addison's a great slot guy. Look at this play right here. Wow. Easy. Oh, and this, why did I say UCLA? I didn't say UCLA, did I? All right. Side note, timeout. John is not allowed to mention college team names. J-Dub struggles in press. That is Kenny Pickett. That's a good catch right there. Yeah, I don't watch any college football, Derek. It's going to hurt us. All right, I do know one or two things about Josh Downs. Because my coworker is a North Carolina fan. It's a good catch right there. Kind of limpy after. Good contested catch there. Just like laying on that other player. J-Dub says Jordan Addison made Pickett a first rounder. Shout out to UVA. There's a good catch right there. So what I'm seeing out of Downs is a lot of contestant catches. I mean, there's another one. Which is definitely something important in terms of what translates over to the NFL play, right? Yeah, I mean, just good contestant catches. Doesn't look like he's got the biggest body, necessarily. Yeah, a lot of contestant catches. I like Downs. All right, we got to talk about Booty. Here's a nice Cascade Plus commercial. I'm not sponsored by Cascade Plus. But shout out to Cascade. Okay. All right. Kayshon Booty out of LSU. Big frame. J-Dub says, I see Booty going to Indy. Be a nice piece next to Michael Pittman. Wow, that's a nice catch. I mean, that is a nice catch. And he had 2 feet in. So good for NFL looks, right? Good breakaway speed. I like Booty. It's on my list. Oh, off-field issues brought his value down, but talent is there. Okay, that's good to know. J-Dub says worth the risk, though. Oh man, I feel bad that guy, that player did run into the ref behind him though. Almost kind of gave up on that play. Still scored though. Dude, I saw D. Smith number 6. And I was like, oh, there's Devonta Smith. And I was like, no, wait, that's not right. Wow, definitely fast. I mean, I guess most of these receivers are. All right, I got Jalen Hyatt pulled up here. Oh, good. It's keeping them muted. Hyatt out of Tennessee. Lengthy receiver. Thomas, I think college wide receivers should need 2 feet in. They would better prepare them for the NFL. Yeah, I've always kind of been like perplexed by that rule. I don't know if anyone knows why it's really set that way, but J-Dub says speed reminds me of Thornton. Yeah, definitely speedy. Good physical play there. Agile. Yeah, good play. That's against Alabama too, isn't it? Alright, J-Dub says look up Sean Tucker. Let's go to AC Digital. Marvel Studios. I got Michael Mayer pulled up here. Hard to get through with him without finding Michael Myers videos, but so I already kind of like him. Hot Pocket Deli Wraps. Oh, come on, what is this crap, man? Maybe I do need YouTube Premium just for when I do these types of streams. Olay Regenerist. Nice. Alright. Alright, so this is your top tight end prospect for the year. Looks like a tight end to me. It's so weird with tight ends though, because like if the tight end goes to the wrong team, like I don't know. If you look at Trey McBride last year, it's not that he went. It's just like this wasn't utilized. I mean, he had Zach Ertz there. I mean, McBride got touches at the end of the year, but even then. J-Dubs, I see Mayer going to Cincy. They need an additional blocking tight end too. Yeah, definitely a big plus at the next level. I mean, like you got to be able to block. You do see some guys who aren't as great at blocking, like Hawkinson or Ingram, be able to establish a role, but really, like, on a consistent yearly basis, you got to be able to block, and there's a good block right there, for example. All right, so J-Dubs has got Devin Acne. And then I'll pull up Tank Bigsby after that. All right, so we talked about Texas A&M by accident earlier. Here is the actual running back out of Texas A&M. Fast. First thing I notice. Yeah, physical too. Good frame for a running back as well. That was a nice play. Fast and physical. I mean, look at that. Runs over his own player. All right, so you return kicks as well. Happens a lot in college, right? Yeah. I mean, good decision making too. Definitely fast. That's like my analysis for half this. Fast. That player is fast. Yeah. Good, like, patient runner too. Hasn't looked overwhelmed at the line of scrimmage by any means on any of these plays. J-Dubs, he'll be the one to punch, not a 3-down back. Okay, good note. Yeah, physical runner for sure. So I think what I'm going to do is, like, I'll just kind of be working on the Dynasty stuff throughout the week when I have free time. I don't really want it to be like something that's overwhelming where I'm like constantly working on it like I did with the redraft stuff. But I'll probably start like a running rankings, top 20 for each position, maybe top 15. All right, so we're going to pull up Tank Bigsby as well. If you guys have any other players you want me to look at, we didn't look at any quarterbacks. We can save that for next stream, but let me know. Receivers, running backs, tight ends will get pulled up here. So here's Tank out of Auburn. Auburn. Pass catching, physical, not afraid of contact. Elusive. All right, J-Dub says Zay Flowers as well. Yeah. Yeah, very elusive. Doesn't seem as fast, but very good decision making. And still pretty fast. I mean, it's fair. See, like, it's so tough because any of these guys in the right spot can do a lot. Landing spot is so big. There's a nice hole. Yeah, I mean, physical and elusive. And it fits the name, right? Alright. Zay Flowers. Out of Boston College. J-Dub says whoever ends up in Miami could be great running back wise. Yeah. And we saw that McDaniels wanted to run the football last year for sure. Wow. Flowers is fast. That's like literally all I've noticed so far for him. Patient too. Still elusive as well. Just does all kinds of like random moves. I love it. It's like a Madden player. Just physical but elusive too. Yeah, Flowers is nice, man. I feel like Flowers could be a good fit on a lot of teams. All right, man. So that'll wrap it up for the night. Yeah, shifty is a good word. I felt like this was a good start to the series. I mean, we went through the league with you guys, got some things established, got a good starting point of what questions need to be asked, etc., etc. So, felt like that was good. Definitely felt interactive there at the beginning, and felt like we have a good starting place. We have questions that need to be answered. We have things that need to be decided. We have the basic format down for the most part, and we got everyone to come together. So we will be running this on a weekly basis, and I really do encourage you guys who are going to be playing in the Dynasty League to come out to these streams so that we can make them as interactive as possible, and especially if you guys haven't played Dynasty before, so that you guys can get as much, potential, I don't know the words I'm looking for some reason, studying down, I guess, on, rookie prospects. And one thing we didn't really tap into tonight that maybe we could talk about next week as well. And you know what? I'm going to make some notes here for next week. I think it would be important that we talk about, potentially, what do startup draft rankings look like? Because the rankings for startup drafts are going to be different for a Dynasty startup draft in comparison to just a regular redraft. You know what I mean? So I think that would be something good to touch on. And then we need to go over QB highlights as well, for sure, because we didn't touch on any QBs tonight. J-Dub says free agency impacts. We can touch on that as well. So, Derek, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you're going to be in the Dynasty League with us. So, yeah, for those of you guys who do want to play in the Dynasty Leagues, just don't forget to remain eligible. You have to become a YouTube member. It's $4.99 a month. The join button is right below. Just click that, and then on top of that, the channel membership link is in the description down below. But make sure you guys do that. For those of you guys who got the early invite without already being a YouTube member, I'm trusting you guys, so just do that when you can. And I know you guys will take care of it. So, J-Dubs, have a good night, bro. I appreciate you hanging out tonight. I appreciate all your discussion as well, man. I think we should focus on each position for rookies each time. We can do that as well. Like, we can, I feel like next week's stream will also be kind of like tonight, where it's just kind of like all over the place. And then we could start to have some weeks, or, where we break down each position a little bit more in depth, and maybe go, take a deeper dive overall at some later round guys as well. So I think that's a good idea for sure. Appreciate you, Thomas. All right, man, so that was a great start to the series. There's your first episode of I Suck at Dynasty Fantasy Football, episode 1. This is going to be an absolute blast, man. I appreciate everything that you guys do for the community. And then for those of you guys playing in the Dynasty League, I'm really excited, man. I truly am. So I'm looking forward to, just like I said, giving this going with you guys. So let's do it, man. All right, Derek, Thomas, J-Dubs, Spence, Shane, Albert, Tox, Godfather, Senior Cinnabon, Miss Sarcastic, everyone else who dropped by tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight, man. I appreciate you guys, really do. And we'll talk tomorrow. We'll run a mock draft tomorrow. I know you guys have been missing the mock draft, so we'll hop into that tomorrow as well, man. I know you guys want to run a mock, so